Good Parenting, I'm Matt Bubala. Joining us today is Lise Eliot, the author of Pink Brain, Blue Brain, How Small Differences Grow into Troublesome Gaps and What We Can Do About It. Thank you very much for being with us, Lise.
It's great to be here.
So when we talk about how we meet somebody on the street, or if I have a niece or a nephew, and the different ways that I would treat them with my nephews that I had as when I was younger and growing up, I roughhoused with them. I played hard with them. I played Star Wars with them. With my daughter, I play, she's got princess dolls, and she's, we very much girl her up. Now, because she is a triplet and has two boy brothers, she plays pretty rough with them. But in general, so are we just treating kids differently? And is that making a big difference?
Well, it's a two-way street. I mean, again, I'm absolutely not claiming there are not innate differences. We do know that boys are more prone to rough and tumble play. Physically, they're just more active, running around more. Not before birth, and not even in the first year, but beginning after the first birthday, you see boys are more physically active. So that then induces in parents more physical play because they're encouraging it out of us. But at the same time, we look back to our own childhoods with our fond memories of boys roughhousing with dads and moms cooking and sewing with their daughters. And part of us as parents always wants to recreate that rosy childhood. Plus, we've got a huge impact of marketing. If you've been to any of the big
Sure.
toy stores lately, it's really amazing how we impose this on kids from a very young age. And since I've published the book, I keep hearing from adults who say, that I was never really into the dolls that much, or boys who, weren't really that sportsy, and how difficult it was. And so I think by forcing these stereotypes, we miss a lot of kids that are in the middle. And then ultimately, as I argue in the book, what does it take to be successful in today's society? It doesn't take just masculine strengths or feminine strengths. We need a mixture of verbal abilities, of visual, spatial, math abilities, interpersonal skills. And so by emphasizing one or the other style, I think kids miss the cross-training that I think would be most beneficial to them.
Well, what interests me a little bit on this realm of the discussion, in that we maybe treat each other differently, is it not so much that now I want to roughhouse with my boys because that's what we do, but that I'm not going to sit and play a game more like I would with my daughter, maybe taking her time or being more caring, or or that my daughter's not going to, I've got two boys taking hockey lessons right now. My daughter's taking ballet and gymnastics. So they're segregated in a weird way and treated differently. Are we not so much, it's a problem that we're playing to these things for them, but what we're not playing to, that she's not getting to be physical in a sport, like aggressively physical, like the boys are going to be. If they're playing hockey, they're going to be hitting people. Maybe she needs to hit people a little bit. Maybe that's good that she learns that.
Well,
Is that what we're missing?
Well, yes, to some degree. I mean, there's a famous study of 1,000 successful women, and if it was the one thing that got them to the top of whatever they did, it was experience of competition in childhood. And, the more aggressive the sport, the more competitive. Now, that I know that's not for all kids. I know
Sure.
my daughter would never have played ice hockey. That wasn't her kind of thing.
Because you babied her. As a
Yeah,
baby.
yeah. Well, I attribute it to she's the oldest child.
Okay.
I had older brothers, and I was pretty physical. Now, your daughter sounds like she likes that kind of thing, too.
She does.
And it turns out, and I cite the data in my book, that girls with older brothers are indeed more likely to be athletic.
Lise Eliot is the author of Pink Brain, Blue Brain. Her website is liseeliot.com. That's LISEELIOT.com. Thank you so much for being with us.
It's been great. Thanks, Matt.